What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by Helmet 49ers Podcast. I'm your host, JT. My co-host is my dad.
What's up, everybody?
First over to like
and subscribe.
Cue the intro music. So the 49ers are going against the Rams this Sunday.
At SoFi Stadium, yep.
Or at Levi Stadium now, because the Niners are taking over it.
Levi South, as they call it. Yes. Yeah, last time I heard it, there was like maybe 63% that they're planning for Niners to show up. I think it'll be more. I think about 70% probably. I'm looking.
Wow.
Because the Rams fans are not that great. So with the 0-2 start, there's going to be more people not coming. And Niner fans, they come out to support. So I would say that, there'll be a good amount of red at SoFi once again. So it's good to know and good to hear.
Well, there's also a lot of injuries for both teams.
Oh man, I mean we're just talking about the third game of the season here, huh, JT? And like half the half the team seems to be injured.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Starting with Debo, he was injured during the Vikings game, and he's gonna be out for maybe next couple of weeks, next couple of games.
Yeah, at least. I mean, but they didn't put him on IR, which would have put him out for 4 weeks. So I guess they're assuming and hoping that he will take less than 4 weeks to heal and get back on the field.
And another player that got hurt during practice is George Kittle.
Oh, I didn't believe when I heard that. I'm like, come on now. I mean, most of the injuries I would say is from the games, right? They're playing hard and stuff. I was like, where does his injuries come from? And how bad can it be? Is he really going to miss a game from this? And it looks like what I read from Adam Schefter's tweet is that he's expecting George Kittle to miss this Rams game.
He's doubtful. It's basically out.
I mean, we're already out McCaffrey and Debo and Kittle. That's probably maybe our top 3 targets. I mean, okay, Ayuk is maybe 3. So 3 out of the top 4 targets are out.
Yep. And 2 of the top 3 49ers defenders are questionable. Nick Bosa, he's questionable with a rib injury, also a practice injury.
Wow. I mean, I think you should practice hard. It'll get you better prepared, but man, sometimes these injuries just pile up.
They're probably working even harder because they lost to the Vikings.
Possibly. The harder you practice, the better you play. That's kind of my thinking, and probably a lot of people think. But the injuries are a fact, and if injuries happen during practice, then it's not worth getting injured. If you're going to miss games, it's not worth it. So maybe, take it back on the practice a little bit. Not so hard, I guess, but it's a very thin line. You got to balance.
And another practice injury is Charvarius Ward, and he's also questionable with a hamstring and knee injury. It's pretty bad, but I don't want to jinx anything. Knock on wood. That's not wood, but the Rams don't have any star receivers playing.
Yeah, but you can never count them out. You can never count any NFL team out, or just say, oh yeah, we're going to walk into their home and win without them, even trying to attempt to squeak out a victory. That's not how it is. And if the Niners don't come out quick and start fast, the Rams will hang around and they'll start thinking, hey, we have a chance here. And it happens often. I mean, it does happen. The underdog comes back and wins the game. it can happen. So, um, yeah, we can't doubt that the Rams won't give it their best, even with their third, fourth, or fifth string O linemen, wide receivers, or whatnot. Yeah. What else was there? That was about the amount of injuries for the Niners, huh?
Well, and there's at least one player coming back from injury.
Yeah.
Talanoa Hufanga
Oh
finally
yeah.
back.
Oh
I'm
man.
excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's hope that he's the same Hufunga that we had before. Coming back from injury, it ain't no joke.
Your
Uh,
contract here? Oh, oh.
excuse me. Sorry. Roman Reigns was coming out, I guess. Sorry. Um, yeah, I hope Hufunga comes back, but there could be some rust to knock off with him too. Coming back from an ACL injury too, it's no joke.
He's on a snap
Um,
count.
he'll be on a snap count too. He might not be conditioned as well as he was last year and the years before. So keep your what you expect to a modest level. I would love for him to be a playmaker and do something, create a turnover and whatnot. That'd be awesome. We're waiting to throw those tees up, right, JT?
Yep.
Yeah.
And who's gonna be his replacement? He's on a snap count.
Yeah, that's a good question, JT, because Odom was, I don't know, it was said, a lot of the articles said that he was kind of maybe benched and Mustafa came in for a little bit and then Odom came back. So who knows? It could be a rotation. They might want to get Mustafa in a little bit more. They might have more upside, more juice with Mustafa. So they want to get him some play time. I wouldn't be that surprised. It all depends on how he looks in practice. If it looks pretty good and just as good as Odom or close to, he might get some more play time just to get him some experience and see what we got with Mustafa as safety. So it could be a mix of both Odom and Mustafa, I would guess.
I think it'll be Mustafa who's replacing Fung because they said they want to get him in more.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So you think Odom is just totally benched?
Yeah, set up though.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
Yeah, he was like kind of set up though. I think he gave up a touchdown.
Well, yeah. Well, Jair Brown also gave up a touchdown too. He was the guy over
Yeah,
the top that should have stopped the long ball, but yeah, he made a little mistake. So that's why I think it might be a rotation because Odom really didn't do anything that bad to be benched. So I think there could be a rotation of them depending on personnel and whatever, what the offensive looks like on the Ram side. You Okay. The Rams have taken a big hit, also an injury on the injury front, right, JT? What are some of the players that, off the top of your head, that kind of like are injured and out for the Rams?
Cooper Cup.
Yeah, he just got injured last week.
Yep, and then Puka Nakua got put in IR, so
He's
he's not
out
playing for a
for
while.
more than 4 weeks. That's what Sean McVay was saying. His injury is pretty bad. Uh, so yeah, two top receivers are gone. And I heard the old line is decimated with a bunch of injuries. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can exploit that.
But Kevin
Um,
Dotton's coming back.
okay.
The
He's a
best,
guard, right? Is he a
yeah,
guard?
best Rams offensive lineman right now.
I heard that the Rams, well, okay. Well, that's about it for injuries, right?
Yeah.
For the most part. Okay. You want to talk about the coming game or?
Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo revenge game, kinda. He's not playing, but he might have inside knowledge of what the Niners are gonna try to do because he's with the Niners for like what 6 years,
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah, totally could. Totally could. But that happens all the time. Players go to other teams now. That player plays his old team. I don't know. Of course, coaches always say no. It doesn't make that big of a deal. They want to downplay it and say, no, no, all my secrets are gone. I mean, are known by the opponent now. They never say that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The funny, better scenario I think I brought up was if Stafford gets injured, then Jimmy G is on the field versus the Niners and Purdy's going against him and stuff like that. So it'll be an interesting scenario if that were to happen and Jimmy G gets on the
And
the
and
playing field.
and you know how Purdy's limited with his weapons
Uh huh.
now. Garoppolo is also limited with his weapons.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that's a good
maybe,
thing to look forward to.
maybe both of them will have slips of the ball out of their hands. I'm just
And
kidding.
then
That's so bad.
Purdy will show that he's actually a great quarterback. And Garoppolo is just not good. He would just go because of the weapons.
Yeah.
Purdy's not like that.
Yeah, it will. Like we said in the last episode, this is a big deal for Purdy to be able to show what he can do without his top weapons. Um, See if he's the franchise quarterback that we all believe he can be.
This is his
I mean,
test. This is a really big test.
it is a big test, and it really will show where Purdy is at. On the whole uh, scale of quarterbacks in the NFL. This would be a get some respect type of a game if he can uh, play well and get this offense purring like it should.
And so for the defensive side, the Niger line didn't play, I guess, that well, or what we're used to last week. And now the Rams have a backup defensive line, so like I don't know how well they can perform because you always think that they're gonna dominate with a bunch of backups, especially Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
But
Doesn't
I don't
always
know.
happen. Yeah, I don't know if Nick Sorensen, the defensive coordinator, will be making any adjustments here. From what I've heard, there was a lot of stunts. They were stunting a lot on the D line, and it just wasn't working. And sometimes they lose the outside containment of the running back or the quarterback because the edge person is no longer the edge; he's rushing inside. So um, I wonder if Nick Sorensen will have some adjustments.
If someone
Uh,
tell him to blitz, please.
and then what if he blitzes and then they give up a big gain? They go, why did he blitz for? That safety should have been in coverage,
Blitz,
not blitzing the quarterback.
blitz Fred Warner.
Yeah, I mean that's what they did in the
Blitz Hufunga.
'97.
Blitz
That
Hufunga.
'90s. That's the safety I'm talking
I
about
know, but
too.
like, it's Hufunga.
Too funny. He does blitz well from past.
Gets me excited.
Fred Warner was trying to blitz on that 97-yard
Really?
pass. Yeah, Fred Warner came in for a blitz and did not get home. And well, Fred Warner wasn't covering Jefferson either, though.
Yeah,
So
so.
but blitzes always don't always. I mean, of course, they don't always work, but you need to surprise them. Sneak some in there when they're not expecting it, and then hopefully get a sack or a fumble or just a pressure. Make them throw too soon. So yeah, hopefully Fred Warner will be playing at the All Pro MVP, Defensive Player of the Year uh, rate that he has been. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The peanut punchy has to use it this game.
peanut punch, yeah.
Yeah. So good. I don't know how he perfected it.
Somehow in the off season he did. He did.
But do you think the Niners can stop Kyron Williams? I know he's been like kind of man this season, but
Kind of meh, yeah. I
he
mean,
could probably do really well. Like, there's a
yeah,
good chance.
he has the potential
Maybe
for
he's
sure.
rusty.
Yeah, he has the potential. But last year he was really good. This year he's not starting out so hot. So if the Rams, if we can get the Rams into like, stopping the run and cause them to be one dimensional, like have to rely on the pass, and then they don't have great playmakers, receiving, then we can really do well and and beat them. So um, we'll have to focus on stopping the run. We didn't do a good job last week, so it's all everything's wide open now. You don't know what's going to happen, which defense is going to show up, which offense will show up, whether they'll get their act together in the offense and actually get things going or what. So yeah, it's a real important game for both teams. I mean, the Niners don't want to go 1-2 and have a losing record, and the Rams definitely do not want to go 0-3. So both of them will be
Yeah.
fighting tooth and nail for this win. So um, it should be a pretty good game, competitive for sure.
I also want to mention that's the first game without Aaron Donald
I think
in
I'm
a
going to
while.
shed a tear. No, I'm not. That's fine. I'm fine with him. Gone. See ya. Enjoy retirement.
But they have Kobe Turner.
Ooh, that's not scary. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
He's obviously not as good as Aaron Donald, but like he's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. They put a lot of draft capital into their D line for sure.
Top of the
You
Niners.
know, but Jared Verse, he's one of the linebackers or defensive ends,
Yeah.
pass rusher kind of thing, and he's been doing really well this year, right? Um, Good rookie. So I think they're doing a good job. The Rams putting draft picks into the D line and strengthening that.
And let's try a new segment called Stud or Dud.
Stud or dud. So we're going to be picking from any team.
The Rams.
Has to be the Rams.
Yeah, and the stud is for players like surprising and doing really well and coming in hot. While a dud is disappointing player and is coming in cold.
Okay. I think I'll let you decide these players this time. I think you have a good hold on this one. Yeah, let me do the Niner one
All right.
then. We'll just play this by ear. Go ahead.
Stud is the guy who mentioned earlier, Jared Verse.
Uh
His first game ever, he got a sack and a forced fumble. Wait, he only played one game. Oh, sorry. His first game, he got a sack, and then next game he got a forced fumble.
huh. Not bad for a rookie.
Yeah, sorry, I messed up there. And then the dud is Kyron Williams. He's been real disappointing because he was really good last year, but this year he's not doing very well. He's averaging 37 yards per game and
That's pretty bad.
around 2 yards per carry,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is not good at all, especially for his standards.
All right. All right. So I'll choose. Um, well, this is almost too easy. The stud is Fred Warner. He's been doing awesome, flying sideline to sideline, making tackles, causing fumbles, and also getting interceptions. So the guy is a great player, a great leader. Um, it's everything you want, and the best linebacker in the NFL. The dud. Well, there's been a lot of talk about this guy, Jake Brendel. He's been one of the worst or the worst offensive lineman we have right now.
Maybe in the NFL.
Oh yeah, in the NFL, he has a passing PFF grade of about 29, which is the worst, by far the worst. So we have a starting center that's the worst in pass blockage, pass protection in the NFL, and this is a guy that we've been keeping as a starter year after year after year without any competition. No great competition we bring in, and we just want him to be the center and basically be the weakness in our O line too. So that's two total opposites of studs and duds. But the future stud, I think, who's going to have a good game for the Niners. I feel like Juwan Jennings is going to have a good game. You know,
Yeah, he always
respectively.
clutch.
Respectively, I think he's going to have a touchdown and about 80, 90 yards.
Wow.
That's good for him, right?
That's his best game of all time.
Yeah. So,
That's not of all time.
but basically, we're going to have to really rely on him, and he is reliable, and he's going to be our probably number two option in the pass after Ayuk.
Yep.
So I think Juwan Jennings is going to come out and show up pretty well.
I mean, he could be number one because Ayuk's rusty and stuff.
Oh man, yeah.
He'd probably do better than Ayuk, to be honest.
I don't know. Ayuk is still our best receiver, so a pure receiver, and I think this is his chance. And even though he's on my against my fantasy team, I think he's going to have a really good game.
Hope he does.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the score is gonna be?
Instead of thinking of actual score numbers, I was thinking maybe we'll try and predict how far the Niners will win. I mean, by how much? Touchdown, 10 points. So, whatever it may be, we will beat the Rams by this many points. What do you think?
Okay, so I think Niners will win by 10 points.
10 points, yeah. I was going to say 14.
Ooh,
Yeah.
pretty good amount.
I think we can. I think we can do this. I do. So, but I believe we can beat every team every week, but it's not going to happen that way. And it didn't happen last week. But yeah, the Niners should, of course, one of the most talented teams in the NFL, if not the. They just need to get their act together and, you know, play effectively and efficiently and just do their job. And their talent should win over the other team. Yeah. So
Yeah, if Purdy comes through, we're gonna win.
Jordan Mason, how's he gonna do, huh?
Maybe
It's the Jordan Mason watch, huh? Let's see. Okay, 147 yards the first game, 100 yards the second game. What are we gonna do against the Rams here, huh?
I'm gonna go 100 yards again. I thought this could be like the same exact thing as last game.
Mm-hmm.
Not exact same, obviously, but pretty close to that.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll get a touchdown.
Mason Mania, let's do it. I can't wait. I can't wait. All right. So we done, JT? We just
Yep.
gotta watch the game, and hopefully the Niners can pull out the win.
Well, that wraps up for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.